Well, today we're talking about communications. I think it's incredibly important to know, um, how to convey your thoughts and how to get your point across without getting your feelings hurt. How to be effective, effective in messaging, um, how to be consistent and being heard, actually having your point of view being heard. So the definition communication is it's defined as a process. A process. It's not just a one-off. It's a process by which information is, um, shared or exchanged between individuals through a common system of symbols, signs, and behavior. Right. So it's a process. And today, I want to just back up first and tell you that my name is Angela M. Odom. I'm the host of the Better You Leadership Podcast and the um, founder of the Better You Project. And what I've decided to do is, I'm going to work on myself, right? So what I decided to do is through Labor Day of 2023, I'm going to work on improving, nurturing one relationship, one skill, right? One goal and one attribute. And then we all are going to work on communication. So, everybody in the Better You community, we're working on communication all throughout the next 12 months. And what I've asked you to do is for September, is to simply carve out some time to think, right? Carve out some time to think. You say you can't hear me. Mary Lou, you can't hear me? What in the world? Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Hold on. Thank you. Let's see what I'm doing over here. Crazy. Okay, hold on. Mary Lou. Mary Lou, by the way, hello. And people on Instagram, hold what you got. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this Facebook thing. So cannot hear me. What have I done? Let's see. How about? But now unmuted. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Hold on, folks on Instagram. We got to get the sound straight because that means the people on YouTube or Facebook cannot hear. And I am. Hold on. Oh, I know what it is. It's this thing here. Start the camera. Oh, I'm not. This camera is not. Here we go. What just happened? Hmm. Gary, you over here making this thing work. We're gonna work it out. Hang on, Mary Lou. Hang on, and I don't see the camera. Let me pick another camera. Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. Settings, camera. That's what it is. Boom. Okay, so we got the camera. Let's figure audio. Default. Test it. Okay, so that's looks like audio should be working. Communication, microphone. All right. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Can you hear me? Hello. Let's see. Can you hear me? All right. Somebody out there, let me know if you can hear me. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? And let me get back here. Get back because this is going to be really good. This is going to be really good. Discard video. Hmm. Can you hear me? Okay, so I won't stop. So, microphone. Let's see. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, let me know if you can. Hello, hello, hello. That would be a no then, huh? Hmm. All right. Well, audio. I've got this one. That's the microphone. Let's go here. Over here troubleshooting. I cannot, she says, I cannot, I can, but I have CC and can reach you. So let's hear for, okay, huh. Well, all right, let's see what we got here. I'm going to go ahead and push through. Let me get back on, let me get back. Let me get back to Instagram, get that back on real quick. And we will get ourselves, because this is really good. This is really, really good. Okay, live. This is really good. Talking about communication. And so we're back, right? So we're talking about communication today. And I want to just start with communication is defined as, right? A process by which information is exchanged. It's exchanged between individuals or groups, through a common system of symbols, signs, or behaviors. Symbols, signs, or behaviors. And we want to make sure that we are communicating effectively. You're just out there running your mouth and the other person really don't understand you. In this case, can't even hear you. Or you might have something that's distracting, or there might be barriers. And so, for us in the Better You community, what we're doing over the next 12 months, right? Over the next 12 months, what we're doing as we move towards Labor Day of 2023 is we're focusing on building, nurturing one skill, right? One skill, one attribute, one relationship, and one goal, right? One goal, one relationship, one skill, and one attribute over the next, would it be 11 months at this point, right? Because in the month of September, at the beginning, I asked you, and I'm doing it myself. This is for me. I'm gifting this open dialogue to you, right? So my name is Angela M. Odom, and I'm the host of the Better You Leadership Podcast and the founder of the Better You Project, the brand. So what I'm doing is I'm gifting you my whole process of improvement, right? Self-development, personal development. And so sometimes we want to do everything, right? We can, but I'm not sure how effective it might be if we're not able to use our skills and resources and our energy and our time and our focus, to actually put the work in to bring you from, a very basic level of understanding to a mastery of understanding. So a relationship, right? And so you're like, whoa, wait, I got a lot of relationships I need to mend or improve or nurture. And really, um, let's focus on one. Let's focus on one. Imagine what this is going to look like. Imagine your life Imagine your life by 2022, in September of 2023, rather 2023, Labor Day. Imagine your life now, because you're going to put the work in on you on your one relationship. Go ahead and identify that over the next week or so. You're going to identify, you're going to put the work into that one skill, that one goal, and that one attribute. And so for September of 2022, what I've asked you to do is simply carve out time to think. Imagine if you are able to um, habitually focus on time to think without somebody else's voice in your head, without any noise or music, without any distractions, without your honey, snuggling on your neck, right? Without your kids saying, "Mama, I want." Right. So the bottom line is, what I do is I teach women how to lead themselves more confidently, right? With confidence. And so part of that is understanding what you want, identifying the goal or that thing that you want to see manifested in your life. You might just want to show up. You might want to show up without blowing up. You want, like, which means you're growing your emotional intelligence, right? So you might, whatever that might be, your relationship might be with the person that you are in a sexual relationship with. It might be with yourself. It might be, the relationship might be with your kids or kid. It might be with your, someone in your workspace or a social environment. It might be with a corporate partner, whatever. You decide what that looks like. But one relationship, it might be with a neighbor or, somebody on the school board, whatever it is. Um, define or identify the relationship you want to nurture over the next 11 months, right? And we're all going to work on communication. So this is what today's episode is about: communication, right? Communication. And so we're going to take a look at it, communication in depth. You know, when we talk about communication, you say, are you talking about the types of communication, like communication types? Are we talking about communication tools? Are we talking about communication skills? Are we talking about the components of communication? And what about communication strategies? What are we talking about when we are mentioning, communication, right? And so we want to be able to identify um, parts or components of communication, like the essential skills of communicating, right? And so, one of the most important skills is developing your team members. So you want to look at just being clear and concise in the way you convey information. You want to manage your nonverbal communication. You want to listen effectively. So, essentials of communication. So, what does that look like? We'll talk through that. And then, like, presentations. Like, we spend a lot of time presenting our ideas to others, whether it's in a work session, work environment. We're presenting um, ideas. We have some type of toolkits that we use, whether it's, you pull up your digital device, your device, and you're like, hey, I want to just present these ideas to you from A to B. You got all these, nice little presentation slides and that kind of stuff. But that's one way. One thing we're going to focus on also is presentation. We want to present with impact, and you want to actually exercise influence. We're going to talk about what that might look like. So regardless of your power, your position, you must be able to communicate to influence others at every level. So we're going to talk about influence. The ability to influence. This will allow you to be more effective and people to actually listen to your ideas so that you can gain support, especially in your workplace and sometimes in your home, in your house, right? You want to be able to influence, especially these teenagers, just to save their own life. My God. And so you want to also, we talk about interaction skills so that we are impactful and we'll focus on, how do you deliver messages, especially your intelligence, your emotional intelligence when there's conflict or challenge. Oh my God, how do you communicate when you're being challenged? How do you communicate when someone is telling you to stop talking so loud, or oh my God, I don't really like the way you said that to me? They're tone policing, right? Or they're gaslighting. How do you communicate in those environments? And then just having interpersonal skills. So really want to be able to know how do you do your own introduction, right? How do you do your own introduction? How do you? Sometimes I don't remember names at all, but I remember faces, and I remember the context in which I saw that face. And so, how do you start a conversation? How do you move it along? And then, how do you actually engage? These are interpersonal skills. How do you find something in common to talk to someone about that you don't even know, or you're like, oh, you're basically familiar to me, but I'm not really sure how to approach and how to engage with you. Um, so you want to know how to do that. Another thing we want to talk about in communication, and we won't do it today, this will be over the next few episodes, is these types of topics, right? These types of topics, especially, there are so many different cultural um, or actually opportunities to engage with people from cultures outside of yours, right? People with different backgrounds from yours, people with different experiences from yours, and so we want to be able to communicate effectively with different types of people. And so, how do you do that? How do you like flex your leadership style? How do you actually do some research and understand the differences in the countries and cultures that people might have a great alignment with, right? They're standing right here in front of you, but in their head and their mind, they identify as, whatever this hyphenated name might be. And so, just culturally, how do you make sure um, you're up to speed, right? And then there's persuasive communication. You want to be able to build trust and influence. So we'll talk through, some concepts and techniques that is going to help you with your powers of persuasion. And I think the very first step, you have to be trusted, right? And then listening skills. That's like, I just always say, shut your big old mouth, listen more than you talk, because that's when you're going to learn something. Sometimes you just yap, yap, yap. You want to be heard, you want to be believed, and you are trying to convey or convince someone in something. You could just listen. You could just listen, and you also get your point in there, as it is necessary, right? So workplace communication, we'll talk through that also. So what am I telling you? When we talk about communication, exchanging ideas, it's broad, it's big. It's not just, hey, you, this is me. That's not what it is, right? It's not, hey, you, this is me. It is more than that. So that's what we'll talk about over the next few um, episodes. We'll break this thing down so that it works for you. And so what we want to focus on right now is, one is carving out your own time, a few minutes, so that you are with your own thoughts. You're able to think, right? And then go ahead and identify the relationship you want to nurture, the goal that you're going to work towards manifesting, the attribute that you are seeking to grow and develop, and then of course the the goal, right? Um, so with that said, this is pretty short. This is short and sweet. Um, so everybody's going to work on communication, right? And so here we go. With all of that, you all have an amazing day, and we'll see you next Tuesday. We'll see you next Tuesday at noon, and we will discuss some various parts of communication, all in the with the intent of growth and development, right? All with the intent of growth and development for you. All right, you all take care. Have an amazing day, and yes, I am definitely rooting for you. Take care. I'm rooting for you. Take care.